Excuse me. What a great start to the video. How you doing, bro? Today I'm going to be reviewing my first boxing fight from last year. The old me needed somebody like me right now to tell me how important it is to get in the ring as a young man, someone who's nervous, someone who's shy, someone who doesn't have confidence, someone who's anxious, because jumping in the ring honestly just deletes all of that shit. This is why I want to share the fight with you, because I believe that fighting is literally a form of meditation. When you're fighting, you're not thinking of anything else other than what you're doing in that moment. So you're not thinking about the future, you're not worried about the past or things you might have done in the past. You're purely focused on what's happening in that moment, because you have somebody who is standing in front of you ready to kill you, essentially. So you don't want to be thinking about anything else. And it is the most present you will ever be, more than meditation, more than yoga or whatever other forms of mindfulness there are. Fighting is without a doubt the best thing you can do for your mental health. Not only does it make you present, but it also improves your physical attributes. You become fitter, you become stronger, you feel better in yourself, and of course the mental benefits of feeling more confident, feeling invincible. Everything that you could ever want as a man comes from fighting. So I hope that by watching this I can push some of you to build up a bit of courage and get yourself to a local martial arts club. I like boxing personally. I've recently done a bit of jiu-jitsu, but my wrist is sore and it's been playing up actually. But anyway, that's kind of going off topic. The main point of this is to get yourself at a boxing club, to get yourself at some kind of martial art club and be a part of a community where other lads are trying to improve themselves just as much as you, because we all want to be better, don't we? So without further ado, let's just get straight into this. So this is the full... oh, hang on, let me just turn that down. I've never done anything like this before, so forgive my boomer antics. You can see me there in the red. Actually, no, you can't see anything at the moment, can you? Because okay, this is my local club. It's quite a decent amount of people there. There's got to be 100 plus, I reckon, maybe 200. Now I am in the ring, in the red, just here. You see me just about to step in. There he is. At this point I'm, pretty nervous, as you can imagine. It's all well and good sparring, bro, but once you step into the ring and you're in an actual fight, it's completely different. It's a different ball game whatsoever. It's an amazing feeling, the adrenaline is incredible. You really do learn a lot about yourself. So let's see. So this guy I was fighting was actually from out the county. He'd had a couple of fights before, and obviously I'd never had any. What I'll do is I'll let you hear the crowd when my name gets shouted, because it's still to this day puts chills down my body. Yeah, so that's an amazing feeling. You really feel pumped up at that moment. I'm actually going to change the video because this is quite far out, so bear with me. I'm going to change the angle and get straight to round one. Okay, so there I am. And actually, what I'll say is, I'm not going to pause the video too many times, I hope, but at the time, literally 2 weeks before this fight, I'd broken up with my girlfriend. Well, she'd broken up with me. So obviously, I'd gone into this fight with so much kind of fuel and anger and wanting to absolutely obliterate my opponent. And I'm not going to tell you the outcome of this fight just yet. You might already know it if you've seen other videos on my channel, but if you haven't heard it, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But essentially, you're going to see how boxing humbles you. Like, no matter how great you feel, how fueled you are, it doesn't always go the way you expect it to. So anyway, let's just play this now. I'm going to let them play through. So here we go. Ready. Bam bam. So as you can see, both of us very eager, probably using a lot of energy. It's very different to like professional fighting where everything's more controlled. There's a lot of energy being used up here. But yeah, as soon as that bell goes, all that nervousness and anticipation just goes out the window, and you forget where you are. You forget about the other people in the crowd, and you're literally just zoned in. You're focused on your opponent, and you're ready to do the damage that you've been training all this time for. Like, this guy keeps smiling at me and shit and stuff as well. Honestly. Nice, hit him with a nice right hook there to the chin. I think, yeah, one thing a lot of people said to me is that my defense was quite good. I avoided a lot of his punches. And another thing I want to say actually is, in terms of boxing knowledge, I don't really think I have much at all. I'd like to be able to analyse this to you right now and pinpoint everything I've done right and everything I've done wrong. That's the end of round 1. But yeah, I'll get round 2 up now. They're 2-minute rounds. But yeah, as I was saying, I'd like to be able to analyse everything and tell you what I've done right and wrong. But the truth is, as an amateur fighter, I hit him with a good hand there. As an amateur fighter, yes, yeah, hang on. I will get to this point in a minute. But as you can see, wait. So, hang on. So I've got something more to say. Let me just first say about the analysation thing. So, as an amateur fighter, especially someone who's only had a couple of fights, it's more about just getting yourself in the ring and getting over that kind of initial anticipation of having your first fight, and anything technical just goes out the window. So that is kind of what's happening here, and it's kind of what happens now, you know. If I was to jump in the ring again, which I will be at some point, I probably won't be focusing too much on the technical side because I don't want to overcomplicate things. And the main thing is that you are fit, you're healthy, and you are ready to get in the ring and literally just fight for your life. But yeah, so the reason I've actually paused this video here is because I've gone in on this guy. Right, so the round just started, I've gone in on him, and then after I've put him into a good position, I've immediately just jumped straight back out, which, looking back at that, I don't think I should have done. I should have continued going in on him because I had him under pressure, but I don't know why I stood out. I really don't know why. Let's have a look at it. You look, and then I've just jumped out. Like, I don't know why I've done that, and I've immediately let him put the pressure back onto me. I think naturally I'm more of an out fighter. I prefer being on the outside and maybe counter punching or whatever, trying to counter punch. It hit me with a good right hand there. But yeah, so once again you can see here that I've gone a bit tired. That's probably why I backtracked about 30 seconds ago, because I was tired. So yeah, here we are. Yeah, nice. Look at that. I like that. So the ref told us to stop, and we both got a punch in after that. In a fight, this shit happens, you know, because there's so much going through your mind. You're so focused, and there's so much adrenaline going that you just don't really listen to what's going on around you. But yeah, look, so I got pummeled there with quite a few, but also blocked quite a few. You know, I had a decent guard. Personally, I mean, I'm not going to say anything about. I hit another nice jab. Yeah, let's look at this bit, right? He starts smiling at me, sticks his tongue out, like, what's that all about? Thinks he's Anthony Joshua or something. It's quite funny, actually. But I remember him doing this in the fight, and I remember being absolutely just so tired. So he could obviously sense that, and I remember thinking, how does he know? How does he know I'm so exhausted? Like, I tried to keep my mouth closed to make sure I was breathing through my nose, but he could obviously just sense it, you know. And he stuck his tongue out to try and intimidate me. And yeah, to be fair, I remember thinking at the time, like, I was like, bro, come on. No need for that. But at the same time, I'd probably do the same thing. You're trying to win at the end of the day. It's all mind games, you know. So yeah, I'd say, to be honest, it's pretty 50-50. I mean, if you disagree, like, just tell me what you think. But I'd say it's pretty 50-50. I think he's thrown a lot more punches, to be honest. Probably, yeah, quite a bit more punches, but I think I landed more, personally. I think I landed better punches. His tank, his energy was amazing. You know, I thought I'd worked hard, I thought I'd trained hard, but quite clearly I didn't, you know. There was a lot of times I got proper gassed out during the fight. You might not be able to notice it, because I'm literally forcing myself so much, but mate, I was exhausted. But yeah, at this point I was actually I was weighing about 70 kilos. And now I'm literally 81, because I've been hitting the gym and I've been trying to bulk up, which does make you slower in boxing, because your muscles take up more oxygen and they use the oxygen, so you'll find it harder to box. But at the same time, oh, my gum shield just fell out there. But at the same time, you know, I know there's a lot more power behind my punches now. I've got a lot more weight behind them. And probably if I do get in the ring, or when I do get in the ring again, I won't be 81 kilos. I'll have to go down again. Yeah, nice. Look at that. Boom. I've just knocked his gum shield out. Yes, and that's the end of the fight. I think that last combination there at the end by me, genuinely, I'm not just chatting shit here, like, I obviously didn't know how long was left in the fight, but at this point I just received like this burst of energy, and I genuinely think I was going to knock him down. I might be wrong, but you can see I hit him with a left hook, bam, and then I hit him with a right hand. So watch the left hook, right hand, and his arm like swings up here like that, because I've just sent him to the rooftops. No, I haven't really done that, but look at that, boom. And then I was going to go in again with another right hand, but the bell goes, look, you see me stop. I was just about to, ref puts his hand out. And yeah, I felt like I had him at the time, but who knows, I might not have at the same time. Nonetheless, cracking fight. A lot of the people came up to us at the end and said, you know, you were both amazing or whatever. But yeah, so let's get to the result. So here we are, I'm standing here. And the winner. So there we go. I lost my first fight, and yeah, it was pretty disheartening. You know, I'd worked so hard for so many weeks. Thought I'd done what I needed to do. Obviously, my girlfriend broke up with me, so I thought I had all this fuel. I thought there's no way I'm going to lose this fight, but that's not the way life works, you know. So I lost that fight, and it taught me a big lesson. I had to go back, I had to train more, I had to do more different things, and I then came back into the second fight, which I did win a few months later. And maybe, you know what, I might show that fight on here at some point as well, but not yet. Let's say, I'll tell you what, let's set like a little thing. If you want to see that, like this video, and if we hit a certain amount of likes, and I see that, you know, this is clearly a video people want to see, then I'll release a second one and we can watch it together as well. But yeah, ultimately, I just want to say how much I think boxing has changed my life, really, because, you know, without it, I don't think I'd be doing YouTube, because I've always been too nervous to do it. But boxing teaches you that, you know what, it doesn't really matter. Like, you just learn to not really give a shit about anything or anyone or what anyone thinks, because you're in that top 1%. You've stepped in the ring, which most people are afraid to do. So instantly you put yourself on this higher ground where it's like, you know what, posting a YouTube video is nothing. You know, all these other problems in your life seemingly become nothing because you've stepped in the ring, which is an infinitely more extreme problem. So seriously, I can't recommend it enough. Get yourself to a martial arts gym. If you want to talk about this more, you can join the Discord server and maybe we can start up a bit of a discussion about it. Get yourself to a boxing club. Start learning how to fight. Become a warrior. because, you know, this is the closest you're ever going to get to feeling that adrenaline that, you know, our ancestors felt years and years ago when they were fighting. You know, nowadays everything's too easy. We live in a world full of comfort. There's nothing that's extreme. Everything's so easy for us. So no wonder so many of us are suffering with mental health problems and anxiety, because we just sit in this ball of comfort. So push yourself, get yourself out there, feel scared. As men, we need to feel fear. It's the only way we grow, you know. So that's my advice. Believe you can, and you're more than halfway there. Thanks for watching.